Hey everyone, my name's Elizabeth. I wanted to start my infertility and IVF journey blog today. I'm starting a little bit late as this is my second round of IVF that I'm doing. My first round got canceled 19 days in, I believe. That was about a week ago. I found out that I developed a cyst on one of my ovaries between the lupron and starting the follitism, which I was originally going to start this Friday, which was yesterday. I was obviously very upset about that. That was not one of the struggles that I was picturing to happen along the way with this. I pictured maybe the cycle was not going to be successful and that was going to be really upsetting for me, but having the cycle actually be canceled over halfway in and not being able to try to see if it would succeed was not something that I was planning on happening at all. Nor did anybody discuss that with me. Going into it, I didn't know that cycles could be canceled at any time for any reason. Obviously, if I kept going with it, then the IVF would not have been successful. The chances of it being successful are very low. So if it does happen to you, know that, it's for the correct reason. But sadly, with all of us going through IVF, it's just yet another bump in the road and just another roadblock to hit. At this point, when it happened, my husband and I were just like, how many of these roadblocks do we have to go through at this point? So then my IVF nurse called me and said that my doctor wanted to wait at least a month, depending on when my natural cycle started, so my hormones could level out before we tried IVF again. My natural cycle started early, so I spoke with my IVF nurse yesterday and received a call back saying that no, I'm not going to be waiting a month or a month and a half. I'm going to be starting the cycle today. I start taking the birth control again today, which for me, at least so far, I hadn't even started the follitism, as I said, I'm just about to. But I didn't enjoy the birth control. I normally don't take birth control. My body doesn't react very well to it. But something interesting about my particular situation is that I'm epileptic. So during this time with all the hormone therapies, something big on my mind is if I'm going to be able to handle it and if I'm going to have a seizure. And thankfully it's under control, but that was something that I was constantly worrying about going through the birth control since I didn't react very well to it. I will say, for if there is anybody that does struggle with epilepsy, since I haven't been able to find a lot of blogs or forums or really any information about women that are epileptic going through IVF. I did not have a seizure, and as I said, I was 19 days in. I did not have any seizures. At the worst moments, I just didn't feel very good. I felt pretty off. And at those times, I started seeing the acupuncturist more since it was highly recommended from my fertility clinic to go and get acupuncture. And that, it raises the success rates tremendously, as all of you well know, as well as helping epilepsy. So if you guys struggle with that, please go do that because it helped me beyond belief. And so I'm not as anxious about starting this second cycle because I know that my body handled the first one great. Hopefully I don't develop a cyst this cycle. That's something that I'm worried about. I don't know if it really happens consecutively to women that have developed cysts their first round. If any of you guys have had this happen, where your first round was canceled from developing a cyst, and the second round you didn't have one, or you did, please, tell me below, and I would really love to know the information on it, since I really can't find very much. So, yeah, this cycle will be about a month and a half. They're guessing that I'll do the egg retrieval around April 7th this month. I'll be going on vacation with my husband to visit some family next week, so that'll be a nice little distraction for the beginning of a new cycle, and hopefully a good start into it. I'm going to go in very positive, and I've heard women say before that when their first round was not successful, or if it was canceled midway, that they got to a point where they kind of just handed it over, and that's what happened to me. So that was a blessing that I got from the first round being canceled, is I was able to just kind of give it over to the universe and accept that I'm not able to do anything about this situation as much as I try. Years of trying. So hopefully, I can have it come out great this time, and we can end up being pregnant and have a healthy child. So we'll cross our fingers on that one, and I'll try to do updates pretty often and tell you how everything's going. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.